Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Um, my name is Brilliant Liu. I am the founder of House of Leaders. So let's start from years ago. So years ago, when I started House of Leaders, it wasn't meant to be what it is today. Matter of fact, I started House of Leaders with the intention to share and blog about my leadership journey. And it never crossed my mind that I'd be getting so many opportunities from here and there, and I'd be building my personal brand in the end. Now, the truth is, I never even heard the word personal brand back then. But as House of Leaders start to grow, and I began meeting new people, I began meeting authors, entrepreneurs, and people like in here, amazing African young entrepreneurs, and other creators too, who told me something that shifted my world. So they told me, Brilliant, you need to show up, not just behind House of Leaders, but as you yourself, as brilliantly. At first, I brushed it off because honestly, I didn't feel qualified for it. English isn't my first language, and here I was running a global platform in English. Who was I to try and build a personal brand? Now, the truth is, behind that imposter syndrome, I knew something deeper, that leadership today isn't just about what you say, it's about who it's coming from. People don't just follow content, they follow people. And that brings me to why we're here today. Why every leader should build a personal brand. So, number one, it's credibility is the currency of influence. Now, the world is very, very noisy these days. Everyone's creating content, everyone's giving their opinion online. But one thing is for sure, authenticity and credibility. You can be smart, you can be talented, even successful, but if no one knows what you stand for, it's easy to be overlooked. A personal brand gives you credibility shape. It tells the world, here's what I believe, here's what I do, and here's what it matters. So think of it this way. Your personal brand isn't just your bio, it's your reputation. And the leaders who understand this, who take the time to articulate and amplify their voice, are the ones who stay top of mind when opportunities appear. Number two, opportunities find those who are visible. It's actually quite simple. If people don't know you exist, they can't choose to work with you. When you show up online consistently and intentionally, you make it easier for opportunities for other people to find you. Whether that's new client, speaking invites, media features, partnerships, or even talented people who want to work with you. I honestly can't count how many open doors in my life. Not because I was looking for them, but because someone saw a video I posted or read a caption I wrote. I mean, let's be real. If I hadn't shown up online, I probably wouldn't have been here talking to you guys. So everyone, please remember, you don't have to chase every single opportunity. You just have to become visible. Visible enough to be found. Number three is you get to multiply your impact. This is the part most people miss. So building a personal brand isn't just about you, it's about your message. It's if you care about a mission, if you lead a team, if you run a business, then you already have something valuable to offer. But without the personal brand, your ideas live in close circle. When you build a personal brand, you go from impacting dozens to thousands, sometimes even millions. That's the power of the scale. And scale begins with story. And then the last one, number four, is people now buy from people, not logos. Think about this. How many times have you bought something not because it was the cheapest, or not because it was most well known, but because you like the person behind it, you trust the person behind it, you believe in his or her mission. I know I have done this multiple times. Maybe you follow their journey on Instagram, you heard their story on a podcast, or maybe you just felt like this person gets me. We live in a world of automation, AI, and templated content. And I do agree that AI is great when it comes to helping us automate or create a system, but AI will never be able to replace humanness. Whether you are leading a company or launching a new project, your story is your strongest asset. It creates emotional connections, it builds trust, it makes people feel, I see myself in you. And at Brand and Purpose, the brand I'm building right now, our sister brand from House of Leaders that we just launched a few months ago, this is what we help leaders do. Not become someone else, but become the you as you, online and attracting opportunities from that. Because the more you are you, the more your people can find you, the more your tribe can find you. So now the question becomes, how do you start? If you've never done this before, or maybe you've dabbled into building personal brand but feel, inconsistent, I want to leave you with these 3 powerful questions to help you get more clarity. Number 1, what problem do you help solve? Now, think about your work, your leadership, and your expertise. What is the transformation you create for people? That is the first question. The second one is, who do you solve that problem for? Don't try to serve everyone. Now get specific. Who are the people you feel called to? You're called to lead, called to teach, and called to support. And then number 3 is, how do you solve it in a way that's uniquely yours? What's your style, your method, your point of view, your personal brand that lives in the intersection of these? And then number 3 is, the more you lean into that intersection, the more aligned and magnetic and powerful your brand becomes. Now, I used to think building a personal brand was for the extroverted person, more eloquent, more qualified than me, because I'm introvert. But I've learned this, and I've learned it the hard way. It is not about perfection, it's about presence. So your story is already enough. Your voice already matters. And if you felt like it's time to show up more boldly, I have to build a brand that is you, if that makes sense. But it's okay if you want to use AI to your advantage. Just don't depend on AI like on everything. Because what I found lately is people are too dependent on AI that they stop growing themselves. So let's say, I met a few people lately who says that if you don't know how to use AI, you are missing on something big. That is true, but if you only depend on AI and you don't grow yourself, then one day if AI take over your job and you don't have something that AI cannot do, then you are not needed anymore. So first of all, if you want to build a brand, you can use of course everyone use AI. I also use AI because AI is really practical. They can help us automate things, but don't depend on AI. I mean, you yourself have to grow too. It's okay to use AI to your advantage. And then, but if you want to build a personal brand that lasts, you gotta be authentic. So for example, if you post, before you start posting, before you start building the brand, you gotta brainstorm answer the 3 questions that I give just now, and then once you post, it's normal if you don't receive likes or views or comments. At first, there's a lot of strategy. For example, you can go to, let's say you talk about entrepreneurship. And so you go to 10 entrepreneurs, let's say entrepreneurs on Instagram that you like, that are your like your style, and then you go to their page, you choose one of their posts, make time every day, 1 hour, go to the post, you engage on their comments, you engage on their followers. Make sure you are visible there. That way you also attract people to your let's say Instagram. Make sure your Instagram have a good profile, and then have a good bio, have a few posts at least. I always tell people at least 9 posts is good to have, because people can see your Instagram. And then if people commented or like, say thanks to them, engage with them, introduce yourself, ask them why did they like your post, and how can you improve. I did that on early days of House of Leaders. So I started House of Leaders 2015. I started from my personal page. It was like 180 something followers with all my friends. But when I started posting about my leadership journey, some friends says I was cringy. It's a little cringe, because who are you to teach people about leadership? But well, I don't care about that. I keep going. I engage with people. I also, for every single comment that was there in my comment section, I texted them, I replied to that, and then I texted them, I DM'd them, hey, thank you for engaging on my post. Why did you comment it? Did you like it? Is there anything you think I could do more for you in the future? Like, just introduce yourself and build that connection. I have so many people DM me that say that they've been following me for like a decade, and I got the chance to meet them when I travel, and that is amazing. So, and I have this, I want to leave this one thing with you. When you want to start a personal brand, I always have this mindset that keeps me going. So as long as there's one people who view my post, as long as there's one people who like or comment my post, I will keep going. I will not stop, because that is what I'm gonna do, and that what keeps me going. That what makes me jump out of the bed and keep creating this content. To at first it is to inspire and motivate and to share my leadership journey, but now it changes. I just want to keep doing it because it just impact people's life, and it's not, for me, it's not always about money. The money part is important, but it's about the impact. So when you build a brand, I mean your business brand, the way that every big brands do, what Nike do, Apple do, like all those big brands, why they do branding? It's because they want to humanize their brands. Brands are that big. They're a brand, their shoe, their laptop, whatever it is. They are that. That's why they do branding, so they can humanize themselves. Why they want to humanize themselves is because humans are more relatable. We are relatable because we have stories. When I know there's been, you watch movies and then that movies make you cry because it has story. It's relatable. That's why we cry, because we are emotional creature. Now, business brands don't have that. They don't have the stories. The stories come from the founders. That's why brands do branding, to be more human, so they can sell that emotion to people, so people buy their brands. In other side, you have to build your personal brand too. So people want to buy the thing you sell. Take an example like Elon Musk or Tim Cook. Their personal brand, their followers is bigger than Apple, than SpaceX, than Tesla's, because it is important. And as you yourself, the owner, if you have a big audience of personal brand, you can attract more opportunities to your brand, and even start a new brand, and even start a new partnership. So both have to go hand in hand. If you own a brand, you have to do the branding and you have to build your personal brand. If you are overwhelmed, try to limit the content. Start from, so this is a bonus. I recently had a call with Meta. So Meta, the people from Meta told me this, that it's better if you post like 2 or 1, but you post it on the same day. So let's say you want to post 2 posts per week. If you do it on Tuesday and Thursday, then the next week you do it again on Tuesday and Thursday on the same time. You post it on the same time. So that way you build this consistency, so your audience will know, oh, Rosemary posts at Tuesday 2 p.m. Then they build that. So when you post it, they engage with it. They know the time you post it. They know the time you shared it. So have that consistency built. And to answer your question, both is important. There's so many on how to build a brand, a business brand and personal brand. One of the people I like the most to learn from is Chris Do. You can check him out on internet, on YouTube. He shares a lot. I also do teach. If you want to see my content, feel free to. So I will leave you this with this something that I learned from a man called Keith Ferrazzi. So the way me and my team at House of Leaders, what is the word? The way we work together. I hope that's the word. So I believe in, when I grow my people, my business will grow too. Because when I grow my people will help my business grow too. And I always want my people, my team, to have ownership over the thing we are building together. So I never call them my employer, always call them my team, because they are important to me. Now, the culture in my company, in House of Leaders, goes hand in hand with trust, because this is something I learned from Keith Ferrazzi. It's called co-elevation. I've been promoting this because it's really powerful. So co-elevation had this work ethos. So the work ethos is going higher together. So in our company, we all go higher together. So let's say there is person A and person B. They're in the same, let's say they're video editor. So they're not competing, they're working on the same stuff. But let's say A stuff is already done, B is like, he had a lot of things to work on, and the deadline is almost closing. And then A will simply goes to B, hey, is there anything I can help you with? Because I saw like you were so stressed and you are, have a lot of things. I can help you with some if you want. And A will do that without asking anything in return, because we want to go higher together. It's not about the rewards or exchange in value. Because let me put it this way. So what I learned from Keith Ferrazzi is co-elevation is the next level of collaboration. Because collaboration, let's say I was collaborating with you, Benga. Because of collaboration is we exchange value, that the value has to be like in similar value. So if I give you 100, then you have to give me around that too. But co-elevation is you ask help from me, then I will give it for you without asking anything in return. So, and that cycle goes around and around, because we want to go higher together. We will support each other without asking anything in return. And House of Leaders is based on that. So I want to share a story. I hope this will change your mindset. I don't want to influence you. Please do your own thinking of this. So there was a time when House of Leaders, the word is shadow ban. You can research it yourself. I'm not going to explain it because it's more than 1 minute. But long story short, we got a really low views and engagement. The shadow ban did that to House of Leaders. So our revenue goes down like almost 90%, and we cannot do anything. We don't take clients. So there's one friend of ours on Instagram. They reach out to us. They say, hey, Brilliant, I know you are in this place right now. We're struggling. But don't worry. Let me take your client. We will do the work for you. You take the money because you need it. Don't worry about the client. We will take care for you. And until now, I still ask him that, is there anything I can do for you? It's okay. Let it go. I do it for you because I want to do it for you. This person, we've been co-elevating for years. Like, for example, if I need any help from him, he will just do it for me without asking anything in return. And the same way is when he asks me for help, then I will do it without asking anything in return. And it's so amazing when I actually needed help, he just came to me and offered the help without asking anything in return. And this happens not just with him. This happens with all the people we work with at House of Leaders. So that's why we have so amazing connection until now. We keep a good connection. We keep in touch, and we have an amazing relationship. So I always base my company on that co-elevation. Every time I hire new people, I will always say that. So we are not competing here. We are growing together. We are going higher together. So if House of Leaders succeed, you also succeed.